Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my solid staple makeup routine. I mean, just get into the makeup today. I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how I do everything and how I get it to come out like this every single time. So without further ado, let's get into it. Prep. The most important part to a good base is your skin prep. First, I'm going to go in with my Colleen Rothschild toner. One of my favorite toners. I actually had to order another one. I think this is like my third bottle. It doesn't dry my skin out. It hasn't irritated my skin. I have really sensitive skin, so I appreciate this toner compared to other ones that I've tried. Next, I like to go in with my eye cream. This is the Fenty Skin Eye Cream. Now, typically with eye creams, I really don't have a preference, but I love how thick and moisturizing this one feels on my eyes. I've used multiple eye creams from Kiehl's to Cocoa Kind. This one has really like fit and hit the mark for me. I just wish it was in a different packaging. I don't love the packaging of those. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Skin Fat Water. This is supposed to be like a toner as well, but it also adds in a lot of hydration to your skin. Use it. I know you're supposed to pat toner in, but personally I like just rubbing it in. I top it off with the Fenty Skin Hydra Vizor SPF. This is my holy grail. I swear by this. My skin's so glowy. Secondly, it's already a 30 SPF, so I don't have to worry about layering another product on my face just so I make sure I get my SPF in. So I feel really good using this product. I'm going in with the Fenty Skin Lip Mask. These are amazing if you haven't tried them. They keep your lips moisturized throughout the whole time you're doing your makeup and even afterwards. Before I go in and do my brows, I like to take this Almay makeup remover and remove any product from my brows so that the glue that I use can actually stick and there's no flaking. I go in with the Got2b glue. I know that they came out with a brow version. I heard it's not as good as this one. It doesn't hold as well and it also flakes more. So I'm sticking to this. I've had this for years, and it's just what works for me. I really just run it all throughout my brows, coat every hair with a glue, and then I start brushing upwards. With this glue, you have to let it get a little tacky before you start pressing it down. So I just make sure before I press it down, I already have those hairs brushed up in the angle that I want them. It's starting to get a little tacky. That probably took like 30 seconds. So I'm just gonna push it down. Then I'll take like a random brush of some sort and just push them down. This just helps ensure that they are sticking to my skin, not going anywhere. And then I take, this is a pintail comb. It's actually Balm On. And I broke the end of it because it couldn't fit my makeup bag and I was like, I need this. All those hairs that are sticking up, we just slick those down. Clean up the glue around my brows. Step is crucial. If you don't do it, it will mess up your makeup because once you put makeup over top of this, it'll start peeling. Step for my brows is to carve them out. I'm going in with the Haus Labs concealer. This is my favorite concealer ever. I do like to use a couple shades lighter in my eye area just to keep this nice and bright. Now I'm taking my carving brush, and you're just going to follow the line of your natural brows. So I also like to bring this out to the middle and then go in and follow my natural line as much as I can. And also, you kind of want to match your brows up. If you can't, that's fine. Because you know, they're sisters, not twins, as we're always told. But I do like to get them as close as possible. Doesn't always work for me because this is my good brow, this is my bad brow. So, and then I like to bring the concealer down to my eyelid because we're gonna blend it in. Using concealer on your eyelid is also a really good primer if you're going to do an eyeshadow afterwards. And we're gonna blend that concealer into my eyelid a little bit more. To take this Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette, and I use this shade. That's like kind of a neutral, close to my skin color, just to pack it into my eye. and set in that concealer. If you ever put on concealer and it starts creasing, go back in, blend it in. You can also take off the extra product with like a Q-tip. Before you set any type of concealer anywhere on your face, make sure that it doesn't have creases on it first, because once you set it in, those creases are gonna stay there. I'm gonna take this Covergirl brow pencil. Not a lot of hair gaps within my brows right now, but I am going to lightly fill in the spots where there is some. This one always has gaps on it. Like I said, this is my bad brows. I'm gonna go in with this 24/7 Glide Eyeliner Pencil from Urban Decay. I like using a gel cream liner. It just glides on so much smoother. I also feel like I have more control over it. And how I like to do it is you don't want to go like this. You don't want to pull your eyes, because that's going to take away from your natural eye shape. So I just look at a mirror straight on, and I go from the tip of the eye and just go out, following my eye line and also matching it up with my brow line, because you already have the map right in front of your face. You kind of just have to pay attention to it. And then I go from the tip, well, kind of like to the middle of the line we just created. And you can kind of connect it anywhere you want to on your eye. It just depends on what kind of eye shape you're looking for. Today I'm gonna go in with my Kiss product lashes. These are in the style 01, one of my favorite lashes ever. You have to do a lot of prepping with lashes before we go in and put them on. So lashes, same as like pants, they always come longer than what you might need them to be, depending on your height, length, whatever, wideness of your eye. Pull it off, because it already has like a little glue on there. Carefully pull it off of its tray. And I already know where to cut mine because I already have my eye sized, but you want to put it on your eye from tip to tip, but just make sure it's not too in the corner, or else that will irritate your eye. From tip to tip, and see where it just kind of falls off from your natural eye shape, and cut it there. So I typically cut off 3 of these, because this one has an invisible band. It's very easy to see where I'm supposed to be cutting. I go in with my Kiss glue as well. I love this glue. I swear by this glue so much. It has a stick, so you can just go in and swipe it on. Okay. This is going to be an extra glue for your lashes to stick down on. It also helps blend it into the natural lashes. You can also shake it, blow it, whatever helps get the drying time done faster. You don't want it to be super, super dry when you go to put it on. You want it to be just tacky. You're doing it underneath, like how I am. You're going to lift your eye up, and you're not going to put it on this waterline. It does not sit on your waterline. It sits a little bit on it, but you want it to be as close to your lashes as possible. Your waterline is very, very sensitive, and if you put it on there, it's gonna get irritated and you're gonna wanna take it off immediately. So as close and on the lashes as you can get it. Always do the middle first, secure the sides, because those are the trickiest and the ones that come up the most. Then I'm going to take this 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil from Urban Decay in the color black. I'm gonna hide the band with the pencil. Then I'm also going to trace my waterline. You guys see the difference? I can. This primer's top tier. Like, if you know, you know. I'm scared to run out of her because she's $58. It leaves your skin super airbrushed and really hides those pores. Next, since I'm an oily girl, I'm gonna go in with the Nudstix Blot and Blur Matte Stick. Use this on my T-zones, which is where I get oily the most. The Refy concealer. Concealer is my shade. I like to go in and use this as a spot corrector to hide any of my blemishes or any pimples that I might have coming up. Take my fan and make concealer a little bit more tacky. The whole point of it is so that it dries down and hides any blemishes underneath my foundation. It's amazing. It's not like most skin tints. It actually has more of a medium coverage to it than like a light one. I feel like with some skin tints, you really can't even see that it's on. Have a slight foundation effect to it as far as the coverage of it, but it is really, really lightweight on your skin, which I really like, and it also just looks so natural. And before I blend, I like to take the globs and kind of smush them around on my face. So that way, when I go in to blend, everything blends in evenly. I actually use this as a bronzer, contour, whatever you want to call it, because they sent me some darker shades, so I was like, let me just use this as my little bronzing, my cream bronzer. I do all of my cream products first, and we do all of our powder products at the end. The difference between contouring and bronzing: contouring is supposed to sculpt your face, and it's typically supposed to be more of a grayish color to show a shadow. Bronzing is supposed to bring more color back into your face. So I use this for bronzing. I just want to make sure that my face doesn't look flat, because if you just do this and then you add blush, or if you even just do this, sometimes your face can look a little flat. But also, if that's your preference, then like, do you, it probably looks good on you. But I just like to add some shadow and some more color into my face, since I do add blush, and so it doesn't just look super flat. Doing this, you always want to blend upwards. So you do want to blend more into your hairline, and don't go down, don't drag it down. You can drag your face down and the makeup will just end up looking wonky. So you always want to blend it upwards. The side bronzing, you want to push it upwards, don't push it down. And it's okay if you blend it up into your cheeks, because you're also gonna put blush right here. Of my hand, so I have more control over it. We're gonna go in with the liquid one first. Dab it in there a little bit. You want to start off with a little at a time. I just recently learned how to blend my blush into my skin nice and seamlessly, so hopefully I can do it today. But when you start, take a little bit at a time. Start at the temples of your face and work on diffusing it out. This is a process of blending, so you really just have to take your time with it in order for it to seamlessly blend into your face. Also, when you're doing your blush, you want to blend it up into your eye, because we're gonna go back in with some concealer, and so it's all gonna blend in nicely. I did put a lot on. If you feel like you put too much on, go back in with your foundation brush and just lightly diffuse it out, because there's already product still on here. So it's going to help you seamlessly blend in the edges into your skin. I'm gonna go in with my cream based products. You always wanna go in lightly, starting the most product at the very, very high points of your cheek and diffusing it out as you go. I'm gonna go back in with that Haus Labs concealer. Since we're done with our blush, I'm going to conceal underneath my eyes. I'm also going to work it up into my winged liner so that I can help make it sharper. This is a process, so you're going to lightly tap this concealer into your eye. This is something you want to take a little bit of time on. And then I also like to bring my concealer out to the temples of my face. This just helps give your face a more snatched look and helps pull it up a little bit more. I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Banana Bread Loose Setting Powder. So you're going to take your powder puff, make sure you get an even amount of powder on the whole puff. Just like that. Dab the excess on the back of your hand. This also helps even out the powder. Make sure that there's no clumps on it when you go to put it on your face. But before I go in and I put the powder on, I'm gonna take this Revlon jelly stick and make sure I have every crease underneath my eye blended. I love using this jelly stick. It helps really smoothen my under eyes. You do want to be looking up when you do this so that you're not creating creases. This on my forehead, just like right in smack dab in the middle. With this process, you don't have to let it sit there for very long. I let it sit there until I finish my powder bronzing, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And the same place I cream bronze is the same place I'm gonna go in and powder bronze. This is just gonna help seal in that cream bronzer and bring back some more life. For that powder, you're gonna take a brush and you're going to pat it into your face. Do we see how smooth that is? That's perfect. Everyone and their mother saw Billie Eilish's makeup routine, and it was so smart, and I don't know why I've never thought about this, but taking a Q-tip and drying your waterline before you go and put liner on your waterline. It helps it stick so much better. I did this yesterday, and when I tell you it did not move, it did not move. But first we're gonna take a Q-tip and dry it. And I'm going to create a cat eye. Same thing, look straight. And I like to start it from the bottom and make sure that it's going this way. So I just follow the bottom line of my eye. Connect it with the top one, and I'm going to take this dark brown shade, set in that gel liner, and also diffuse this on my eye. And bring that wing out a little bit. I like a very long, sharp wing. And we apply this underneath my eyes. They have this really pretty berry color in here. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that. And remember, we're starting at the high points of our cheeks, diffusing that out. And we're starting with just a little bit, because you don't want to go in with too much and then not be able to turn back. Absolutely love blush. I think this is like my favorite part of doing makeup. But I feel like, especially with the picture that I took the other day, I was like, ooh, I don't like how my blush does not look blended. It just kind of looks like it just looked like it was sitting on my face and separated from the rest of my makeup. So I went and I looked up some videos. I was like, listen, how do I get this to seamlessly blend? And like, you just have to be patient and really work your way in with the blush. Do you see how seamless this is? You can always add more. It's just about finding the high point and then diffusing it out. You can make it as bright as you want, but you just don't want it to be separated from the rest of your makeup and look like it doesn't even belong in it. Go in with the Vanish Airbrush Pressed Powder. To go in with this after I do my powder blush, because this will also help set everything in. Just make it look more seamless with the blush and the powder. This stuff is lethal. After much consideration, I don't think I'm going to do a lip combo. I think I'm just going to reapply the gloss that I had on. This instead, because I just had like the Fenty Heat lip gloss on. But I'm going to put on the e.l.f. lip oil. That was a good pick, Ash. Good job. This has been like my staple makeup routine lately, and it really just works for me. So I'm gonna keep at it until it doesn't, but it's a really, really solid routine. And I feel like my skin just looks so good every single time. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.